Hello.
Hello.
I'm not Lex.
And I'm not Audra.
Okay, well, it would be fine if you
Okay,
were.
well, I don't.
I think that they're really cool.
Subjective, but
And
we are not wearing wigs.
How many times do we have to say it?
I can't. I actually don't want to get into
We've
it
been
right
saying
now.
this for what?
Like
almost
17 years?
Almost 17 years. That's what I was saying.
But yeah, you got caught up math.
I was getting, because it's the
three.
the
You
odd
carry
numbers.
the 2. Yes, that's what it is.
Precisely.
But you know what this is?
This is
brOCD. Cut to the intro.
Oh.
brOCD.
And wait, what do I say? Oh, that is what I said.
Yeah.
Proceed. Okay, what's fun about that intro? I don't know if you guys have noticed this. It's actually our voices, first of all. Second of all, when we were filming the first episode, we were like, what should the intro be? And Lex went, what if it's something like, and then we used that, but it wasn't intentional.
No, it was not. And then my humongous... So it's fun because not only is it both of our voices, but then you came up with the idea of using that part, and then I came up with the idea of Audra going, brOCD. And so it's basically 50-50 in idea, concept, and execution, which is how everything in life should be even. Everything should be equal.
Not even equal. It's about equity.
I kept having to get friends going.
Yeah, somebody tried to get me to do it, and I was like, don't.
Don't put me on the spot right now.
'Cause
my rhythm was self, or whatever you would have said.
Oh, well, I wouldn't have said that, actually. No, I actually have quite a bit of rhythm.
Yeah. No, I actually have. You've grown a lot in your rhythm.
Dead ass, I really have. I think it's like if you do it a lot, if you go on stage, it gets to a point where it's just embarrassing if you can't shake your hips a little bit to the rhythm.
You found it. You found it quick too.
You think so?
I do think. I feel like you spent a long time not really having any.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden it was like rhythm.
Thank you. I'm always afraid of embarrassing myself, so I force myself to get better.
It's so important to fear what everybody thinks of you all of the time.
It's actually quite freeing.
to fear what people think about you all the time?
Yeah.
It's freeing?
No, it's actually, it's like
it's a prison.
I'm living in a constant prison in my head.
That's why it's called brOCD. We figured that you guys just really don't know enough about us. We figured that in the name of intimacy, in the name of transparency, realness, we're thinking like, oh, like how can we like get the audience to know us better? Do we want to like, I don't know, write it down, whatever. And then of course, what better way to get to know somebody than with the rice purity test? So we're here today to pure our rice in front of you, and do the rice purity test.
If you guys don't know what the rice purity test is, I feel like most people do. Cause
most people born in like 2000 something and before have to know. I wonder if today's kids would know.
I should text my little brother.
Yeah, you should actually.
But so I feel like I did the rice purity test for the first time, definitely in like middle school or high school.
I was just thinking that.
It's a list of 100 questions, asking if you've done something to give you a score and show you how pure you are. So these are things about romance. Have you ever drank? Have you ever done drugs?
Yeah.
Crazy things like that.
All of the like crazy things that make life zesty. It's a question of whether or not you've done them. Masturbated, showered with a member of the preferred sex, had an orgasm, spent the night with somebody, fucking done hard drugs, whatever. It's asking you if you've done those things. And the way that we've done this today is we have our answers locked in, but we have yet to hit submit. We want to just talk through it a little bit, because how will you get to know us if we just tell you our score? Right. Talk through it a little bit, perhaps discuss any memories that are coming up in filling this out. Perhaps not sharing memories that come up from filling this out. And then we'll see our tests, and then whoever scores the lowest number is the most pure, least pure. Has to take a shot.
A pee.
I was gonna say cum.
Ew. Wait, me when I said pee, but that's where I draw the line.
Whoever gets the lowest score gets killed right now.
On camera. By firing squad.
Yeah. There are actually 7 men lined up behind this fucking camera right now. Hey, Will.
Did memories come up from taking this? Well, yes, of course I did. What's funny about this test is... Wait, what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, I think memories especially came up for you because I think that you've had an extensive romantic and sexual history. Specifically, in comparison to me, I've had 3 sexual partners, 2 of which were like long-term relationships, 1 of which I'm engaged with now.
Engaged?
engage with? Engage with, like, sexually.
Oh, I've had some experiences in college. Not crazy. More so, I went on a lot of dates in college. A lot of first dates, kind of for the gag of it all for a bit. I met some curious characters.
Two of which you were engaged with, I'd say more so than others. And I feel like those were who were coming up.
And those are who were coming
in the memory bank.
And those are who were
I can see you. That like PTSD thing that they say where they like, they like zone out and you lose them a little bit. That's what just happened to you.
I had a cast of characters flashing before my eyes.
That's so funny.
Those are good times for the most part.
I think that I'm glad that they happened from the outside at least, because they're memories and they're fun to talk about and they're funny to like laugh about and maybe shiver a little bit about.
Nothing will beat the anxiety of going on a Tinder date for the first time. Ooh. How many Tinder dates?
Two times, and my second one was my partner right now.
We went on a few Tinder dates together.
Is that true? That's true.
Well, we went on a few together.
No. My first boyfriend I met, we did go on a couple double dates together, so there's more than that. My first boyfriend, oh my god, this is going to be how my mom finds out. My first boyfriend, when I was 16, I met him on Tinder. And I met him on Tinder, and I told my mom that I met him at a track meet. But he was also like 17 or 18 or something, so he wasn't like 26. But I should not have done that. Thank fucking God.
I remember when you told me that.
That's terrible.
Which feels out of character for you too, by the way.
It's like insanely the complete opposite of who I am intrinsically. But 16 was a time for me, because that was the first time that I had ever like drank alcohol, and that was the first time I went on fucking Tinder and found my first boyfriend. I was just so desperate for a boy's validation. I growing up the way that I did and where I did, I was by no means like the only black person or the only person who wasn't white, but I was in primarily the advanced classes and honors classes, and my classes were mostly white, and my school wasn't, but my classes were, and they were all like mostly like skinny and short. And the girls that I was specifically friends with, or like my best friend too, short, skinny, white. I mean, the boys, they're going for somebody. Surely, baby, it was not me. I don't think I had one romantic tryst with anybody that I knew in person in school. And so, I don't know. I just needed that so badly. And I was like, oh, I can find it online this way. And I did, and I fucking could not stand that boy even a little bit, bro. I barely even consider him my first boyfriend because I just didn't like him.
I've heard the stories.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Oh, God, I've heard the story.
So that's why
I heard a specific story.
I think that your romantic experiences is why I think you're going to score a lower score than me, therefore less pure. Not because you're a whore or a harlot or a tramp or a slut, but because I just have had like a less amount of people that I've engaged with. So we were talking about Tinder dates. That's what we were talking about a minute ago.
I will say though, you have more experience with like drugs, partying, like that kind
going
of thing.
out, things like that.
And neither of us are like, I feel we're not crazy people,
not at all.
but just comparative. I feel like you're
because I've done shrooms multiple times.
Yeah,
but that's it. That's just shrooms and weed. I smoke weed like every day. So I think you're gonna score a lower score than me.
I think we're gonna be about the same.
I think we're definitely gonna be in a similar boat. I think where like the biggest blanks are for me is like criminal activity. I've never I've been pulled over, but I've never done anything that's resulted in anything crazier than that.
I technically have been handcuffed and put in the back of a cop car, but it was when I was dressed as the Hamburglar.
And it was for the bit of it all, for the pictures.
Yeah, I did not consent to that, however.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
No, they forcibly put me in that cop car. Yeah, because I wasn't allowed to speak. When you're dressed as the Hamburglar, the McDonald's Hamburglar at a children's preschool, you're not allowed to speak. You're not allowed to take your head off. It's a huge mascot costume. Wow. You can only go run. So
wow, I didn't know that.
They were like, it was also, swear to God, it was in the middle of summer. It was like 98 degrees outside. I'm wearing a humongous plastic head, full costume. No. I was like sweating and dying, and I'm running around playing with these kids, and I did not want to go in the back of the cop car because I can't see out of that big ass head. No.
And the back of a cop car is pretty tight already. You're in that big suit.
I'm already a big boy.
Yeah, like there's a lot going on there.
5'9", yeah. And I got that big head on. I don't even want to know how big I was. And yeah, they did not ask me if I wanted to get handcuffed. They just did it. And I was trying to
You need to talk somebody through that.
I was trying to convey with my body language that I didn't want to do that.
But you're not allowed to talk. You're not allowed to know. You just have to, in a distressed manner, make those noises.
Yeah, but they just thought it was part of the
bit.
character. Yeah.
Wow.
So, but I didn't click it because I didn't want to be.
Wow. That's fair. You don't want to be dishonest on this. Of the boxes that you didn't check, what is a box that you wish that you could check, or maybe you hope that someday you will be able to check?
Probably engage in bestiality. No, I'm just kidding. There was a joke yesterday I was performing, and I had one of those stick horses with like the broomstick and then the horse on the head for my Santa Claus number, but it was a reindeer. And I kind of like rubbed it on my crotch a little bit. No, like the stick part. Like I kind of just did like you know how I floss.
Yeah, you love to floss your genitals, and I'm glad you do.
It wasn't quite like that, but I did just a little bit of a rub, and then the host was like, "That was bestiality."
So maybe you should check that box.
Definitely want to click cheated on a significant other. Hopefully I get to. Oh, I've never purchased contraceptives. Maybe that's one that I would check.
You never bought yourself like condoms or.
You know how I live my life.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So the answer is no.
That's crazy. I hope that is there one that has to do with stripping, or is it a game?
Yeah, there was.
Seen a stripper. I want to go to a strip club very, very badly, and I want you, me, and Jackson Z to go.
We should go.
I think it'll be so fun.
Well, that's how I became an ordained minister. Was
at the strip club.
Was
they were having open enrollment.
I was 17. All my friends were like 3 years older than me in high school, and they were all going to a strip club, and I really wanted to go, but I couldn't go, so I was like the only one who was left at home, and I was like, what is there to do? And then I got ordained.
That's fucking insane. That's really crazy that that's actually a part of your story.
I'm coming up on my 8 years.
Wow.
I just performed my first wedding.
You're about to ordain me.
Yeah, I surely will.
Wow.
If anyone's listening to the pod and you live in Greater Cleveland and you don't want to spend $400 to get married,
free.
I'll do it for free just because I think it's funny.
Queer services. Boom.
And yeah, I probably won't do anybody who's straight. If
straight people, it's $700,000 and you can pay installments monthly, but it is 75% interest. If you're queer, free.
Right, and if you're straight but you have blue hair, I'll do a sliding scale.
Sliding scale based on your hair color.
Because you're halfway there.
If it's dyed blonde, you still have to pay. If you're getting into fun colors, true. If you're getting into fun colors, we can do sliding scale. It's fair.
I wish I would have been crazier in high school. I never drank in high school or anything. I was not getting invited to parties. I remember one of my best friends' new house I just married. I didn't get married to them, but I performed their wedding.
You married them together.
I remember we hung out a couple years after high school, and we were reflecting. Have I told you this before? We were reflecting on high school, and we were like, oh my God, I can't believe no one partied in high school. We can't believe, no one drank. And we had this realization at the same time where it was like, oh my God, we weren't invited.
That's really, because that one girl was getting her little brother or cousin drunk, so people were partying.
Mind you, I didn't know this was happening. We were invited.
That's so funny. We're like, wow, nobody at our high school party, and they were like, no. We did. We really were like, wow. We went to a crazy high school. No one partied. I went to one party my entire high school career, and it was a Halloween party hosted by my friend, and I think I've told you this before. Other people were drinking. I was not drinking. And I remember seeing him come out of the bathroom with his mother and 3 or 4 other teenagers, and they had been smoking weed in the bathroom. And I remember sitting on the couch and having to try to not visibly cry and trying to consider walking home. But then I was like, I was only up the street from my house, but I was like, if I walk home and I smell like weed, I'm going to be murdered, so I can't do that. But this is such a dangerous situation for me to be in, that these people are smoking marijuana and she's smoking it with her son. I was like, this is terrible.
Wait, were you going home to your mom or your dad?
My mom.
And she didn't smoke weed at that time? Did you get her into it?
I think, that and just it becoming legalized and stuff was just
that's fair.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. I want to say during COVID. I don't know.
She smokes quite a bit, doesn't she?
Bruh, we'll be at home. When I visit her at home, I'm like, you need to relax. You need to slow down. She smokes so much marijuana. She smokes so much marijuana. And honestly, if I hit 59 and I'm still working and I haven't retired, I'm smoking weed every day too, like that. I'm sorry. Because that's crazy. That's the only thing that get me through the day.
So the one that you wish you would have checked was seen a stripper.
Yeah, seen a stripper.
Which we have several friends who are strippers, several drag performers in the area who are either former strippers.
Oh, I guess that's true.
I'm sure you've seen somebody pole dance.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Strip, I guess.
Yeah, I've never been to a strip club.
Right.
Which I would love to do. I would really like it if I could. I would like to have a threesome. You know that though. Have sexual intercourse with 5 or more partners. I'd be down. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's fair.
If you're watching this and you're clean of STIs and you want to hang out, you let me know. My partner would love that too.
Check off 2 at the same time.
Boom. What's one that you checked that you wish you didn't check?
Oh, I don't even know if I can answer that, honestly.
Your second one that you wish you didn't check.
I checked had a pregnancy scare because I was scared. And I did take a pregnancy test. But reflecting on it, I think I was safe.
I mean, but if you were scared...
I was scared
I'm considering that a pregnancy scare, personally for me.
Because mind you, this person and I were broken up, too. So I was, like, really pissed off. I cannot be
pregnant with this person's child.
I was really pissed off.
I can't really say that I have any that I wish I didn't check. I guess severe, the memory loss from alcohol. I mean, I don't want to black out. I don't want to black out. That doesn't sound fun to me.
Little fun.
It can be. I like to brown out. You ever heard that term? Brown out.
Tell me what that is.
It's not as intense as blacking out because brown is like lighter than black. So it's like browning out is like where you have. That's kind of what you experienced, and I checked it. Even though blacking out is you have no memory. True. Browning out is like. Okay, the night is incredibly hazy. I have bits and pieces of memories, but for the most part, couldn't tell you what was going on. Mm-hmm. So that's like the browning out. That's fun. Yeah, I love browning out. As long as it's not
frequent.
100%.
You know,
I love a good brown out. I don't really do it that often because I when I get drunk, I've gotten to a point now where I'm actually very good at controlling the level of drunkenness that I experience, and I think your Halloween party was the closest I've come to browning out in a long time, and I wanted to. I went in there getting ready to see God.
I wanted to be silly. I was having a rough time.
you were in it quick really too.
I know, and it came a lot quicker than what I thought it would. Ooh, that's what she said.
I love when you get drunk. I was with you the first time you got drunk. In LA.
Oh my God. What a fun experience being drunk for the first time.
Oh, that was so awesome. This guy, never been drunk before, 2 cups of like champagne in the hands. I said, oh, this is going to be a good night.
I got silly.
And it was.
I think I was holding on to you.
You were in the bathroom. Yep, both hands on my shoulders looking at me like something spinning. Like, the room is spinning. I'm really silly. And I said, you're drunk. You said, I'm not drunk. I'm really silly. I said, okay.
I wasn't drunk.
Okay, whatever pronouns you prefer to use, I will respect. But you are, you are drunk.
Okay, here's my guess. I think we're going to have the same score. I think we should click it.
I think we're going to be one off. We're going to do it?
Yeah, that's
3, 2, 1. I got 39.
I got 39! Hey! Wait, why did this pop up? I got an ad for Am I Gay test.
Do you know this man?
And did you ever take that unironically growing up?
Oh my God, I took so many of my gay tests growing up. We should do that next episode.
Wow.
Like some BuzzFeed quizzes.
39.
Wow. I wish it had said something about you, like underneath. Like, you are a bit of a bad bitch, but not the baddest around. Wow. Well, there you go. You need to take the rice purity test. For anybody listening to this who is like under 18, first of all, turn it off. Second of all, if you haven't turned it off yet and you're still listening, get your friends to the rice purity test. It is a quintessential like millennial, Gen Z experience in school to have. It's so important for you to be 14 and only be able to hopefully check like 6 or 7 boxes, and then you turn to your friend and your friend has like a score of 14, and then you're like, this is awesome, let's talk about it.
Wait, a score of 14, the lower it is, the more you've done.
I know.
Wow.
I don't remember her score, but I was best friends with somebody when I was like 16. I remember her being an experienced young woman, and I just remember having a very high score and her not having a very high score.
I definitely had like a 96 for like
100%. Had to have been in the 80s for me. Had to have been in the 80s. Wow. Yeah, I wasn't crazy in high school. I was too scared to do anything, and I genuinely enjoyed being like a teacher's pet, goody two shoes. I loved it because I was like, look at you, you're hungover in school right now, you're vaping in the back of the classroom, you look lame and you're a loser, and I'm so cool. I'm not saying I feel that way now, but that was just, I was like, wow, look at how much better than you I am, which is not fun. That's not nice.
I think I was like that until I turned 16. I had like a big switch at 16 because I got my license and I started working at McDonald's, and I was just introduced to a group of people who, a lot of the kids who were working at McDonald's who were 16 came from like interesting family backgrounds. Maybe they had to work, and also they were just like doing all sorts of things. Like there were a lot of drug deals happening in the back of that McDonald's. So when I was 16, that was the first time I was like in the car with people smoking weed, and like,
Wow.
and I had someone like pass to me like.
I would have
weed.
been sobbing to the point of vomit if I was 16 and somebody smoked weed around me. Again, feet away from me, saw them smoking weed, holding back tears on the couch. In the car.
I got out of the car. This was on the way to homecoming. I got out of the car. I got into my friend's car, and I called my mom. I really was concerned. I was just like, because I thought I was cool with it, and then it was happening. It was also like the car was getting hotboxed. It was a tiny,
so you're like,
it's a
I'm gonna get
sedan.
high.
Yeah, and I was like, ooh, I'm not ready for that. Because literally
spooky.
years prior, like in middle school, I thought that weed was the devil. I was like,
Me
people who smoke
too.
weed are bad. They're
Me too.
degenerates.
That right there, I was
Yeah.
like, you are all degenerates. And it was imagine my experience being in love with the same boy in school from 6th grade until whenever the fuck it stopped years later in high school, and finding out at some point in middle school or high school that he smoked weed and drank alcohol.
I
I said, we can't get married and have children. He's a degenerate. I can't have a father skipping out on his children.
No, when my friend started smoking weed for the first time when we were like freshmen in high school, I remember when she told me, I literally was like,
Like, what's going on?
what? Where did you even find that? 'Cause at that time, it was more difficult to find because it was
it's
illegal.
not
It was
legal,
not
right,
sold like
right.
anywhere. So honestly,
That's
there were
so
some
funny.
sketchy people who were.
Oh, 100%.
administering.
And you know that they were making such good money, too.
On these high school kids, especially like, because that's like 14 freshman year of high school. That's when like the preppy
You can
kids
overcharge,
kind of start
too.
to and they don't know any
They don't know
better.
anything. I was probably 16 or 17 the first time I tried to smoke weed, and I hated
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah, I tried to smoke it out of a bong, and it was just, I was coughing for so long. It hurt me so bad, and I remember thinking, why would I ever do that? Like, why would I ever do that again?
Mm-hmm.
And now, here we are. So, and I was also 16 the first time I tried alcohol. The first time I tried alcohol, I tried Smirnoff Ice, and it wasn't anything crazy. I was sitting with my barbershop quartet, and we were all at my friend Sid's house, and Sid's mom, I think, allowed us to have the alcohol. Either way, I don't remember. Maybe she didn't, but I just know we all had like little bourbon glasses of Smirnoff Ice, and I was like, oh, this is kind of yummy, and I liked that. I didn't feel unsafe in that, because I was like, I'm in my friend's home, I'm sleeping over, super chill. Like, if a child is going to drink alcohol, it should be like that. It should be like at a safe parent's house where they're trying a little bit of alcohol with their friends. And I was like, I'm doing it right.
I was very like, I don't ever want to drink or smoke ever for a
At
long
all,
time.
yeah.
I thought that until I was probably like 20. And neither of my parents ever drank. Like, both of them had been sober for like 20 years.
Wow.
And there is like some issues with alcohol that runs my dad's side. Like, his brother passed away from like issues related to alcoholism. So I think just like learning from a
Tough.
young age about that, I was
You were like, oh, it'll kill me.
I was
So-
like, yeah, I don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Both my parents were sober. I was like, if they're probably sober for a reason.
Yeah.
Especially if they had, they drank when they were younger. So I was like, if they drank and then they got sober, they're probably sober for a reason. So I just had no interest in it.
Such a good idea. I'm honestly glad, because there's no reason, you don't have any kind of business drinking alcohol when you're not 21. Well, excuse me, when you're in high school specifically, which is crazy, because I know a lot of people watching, so you're gonna be like, huh? But you just, for the most part, there's nothing. Okay, right now at 25, if I get drunk, I can get into things that a 25-year-old should be getting into. If I'm 16, 15, 14, 13, I have no business engaging in drunk bitch activities at all. So
Yeah,
I'm glad
I think
that you were
college is a
sober.
great time
100%.
to get into that.
100%. Still safely, though. That was my thing. I think that was another motivating factor for me to not do any drugs or drink any alcohol in high school or middle school, was because, like, for me, and I still feel this way to this day, if I'm gonna have fun, I like to be safe. Even if I'm getting fucking crazy, there's nothing as fun to me as knowing that I'm gonna sound like such a loser, but as knowing that I'm having fun, but also I'm safe and I'm gonna make it home at the end of the night. I don't know. I guess I don't sound like a loser. I sound like a normal person.
No, that's
but, like,
very normal.
I love to know that I'm safe. I love to know that I'm driving home sober, which a lot of y'all need to start doing. And I love knowing that, like, I don't know, what fun is fun if I'm putting my life at risk? That's not fun to me. That's fucking crazy. That's why I don't get on roller coasters. Y'all are crazy.
Oh my god.
Like,
well, roller coasters are safe.
to tell it to the people who have died.
I feel like people would find it surprising that you have such a fear of heights.
I do have a very, like, I would say phobia, because I have trouble on step ladders. Like, if you put me 3 feet above the ground, if I stood on that table right now, I'd feel very nervous. Like,
Where does that stem from?
I don't know. Well, okay, the first and only time that I've ever been on, like, an actually decent sized roller coaster, it's called the Comet at the Great Escape in upstate New York. For those of y'all who know, you know. super, like, lots of fans, I understand, like, whatever. And it's the Comet. The Comet is an old rickety ass wood roller coaster. I think it might be the oldest roller coaster in the park. And I was too small to go on it. But my mom vouches for me with this when she says that when I was measured for the roller coaster, at the time I had a fro, and he might not have considered the entire fro, but he definitely considered more of it than he should have, because I was not tall enough to be on that ride, and I was very tiny. I was like 9 or 10 at the time. This is the Comet. She's just like old and wood, and it's just very like, it's not anything too crazy. It doesn't go upside down. It just like goes up and around, and I had the worst time of my life on that fucking roller coaster, bro. I was seeing God. My butt kept coming off of the seat. And I experienced my butt coming off of the seat when Zero and I went to Rehoboth, and we went on that, at that theme park, and we went on that, because that one
That's a crazy ride, by the way. Oh, the drop ride. Are you talking about the boat?
I'm talking about the... No.
Oh.
That too, my butt was coming off the seat.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like the big thing. They have one at Cedar Point, but it's way bigger. Like, you go up, and then you sit up at the top for a second, and then it drops you, and then you go back. So it's like the mini version of that. So when we were at Rehoboth, I was like, oh, I can do, like, I'm really nervous, but, like, I'm going to push myself.
I'm proud of you for doing that.
I'm not.
Right.
I'm sick of doing that. I know my comfort level. I did not enjoy myself at all. We were going up, and I could feel, like, we didn't even hit the top yet, and I just felt, oh, God, I felt that fear of heights in my bones, and I was like, this is bad. And of course, I'm surrounded by 6-year-olds, and they're like, ah, and I'm like, fuck, no, I hate this, because my butt's coming off the ground, or off the seat. My butt's coming off the seat, and since 1927, there's no reason for me to get on something that has been around since 1927. The Comet has been around since then.
Especially since you were so young.
I was tiny. I was so skinny and small.
So this one doesn't go upside down?
No, you will never ever catch me upside down unless I'm in a pool doing a trick.
We should say something where, like, if we ever get to a certain amount of followers or views, you should go skydiving or something.
Oh, girl.
What would you be more likely to do? It's skydiving, isn't it? Skydiving or going on a roller coaster that goes upside down?
I would skydive, honestly, before I go on a roller coaster that goes upside down.
I think that you would be so panicked on the top of a plane going skydiving, because I have gone skydiving. I don't think you get it.
I think you're correct, because there's a part of me, the way that I feel about skydiving right now is how I felt when I was looking up at that Rehoboth little mini tower. I was like, I'm scared, but not that bad. Once in a lifetime experience.
The first time I was ever in a plane was when I went skydiving. So
that's crazy.
So not only was I in a plane for the first time, but I was also jumping out of it. Picture, like, being that high in the air. I think it's like 40,000 feet in the air.
And you said it's windy, right?
It's like so windy. And then you sit on the plane with your legs dangling off of it, and then you have to 1, 2, 3, and then literally fling yourself out of the plane.
And there's somebody attached to you.
Yes, well, of course. I'm not doing that without somebody attached to me.
Here's my thing, though. Here's my difference between roller coasters and skydiving, with my fear being as intense as it is I can go on a roller coaster anywhere, any time of year. I have 100,000 options for roller coasters. The price tag of jumping out of a plane and the view of it is once in a lifetime. Like, unless I'm in a plane accident. Well, I don't usually think that's not even wood. I don't know. But if you're, thank you. Unless I'm in a plane accident, I'm not ever going to be flying from a plane. You know what I mean? Like, falling from a plane.
Yeah.
And I also have such an appreciation. Like, the first time I went on an airplane with my mom, we were going to LA to tour colleges, actually. Which makes you sound very wealthy,
you
but
said
that's
to tour
not true.
colleges, but it sounded like you said twerkologist.
See, it's twerkologist because we need to find out why my butt's so small. But we were going to tour colleges, and when we got up into the clouds, we got in the clouds and we got above the clouds, I cried because I was like, this is so beautiful. So I know you're not up in the clouds. When you skydive, you would die. But
no, you are up in the clouds. We went through a cloud.
Above the clouds?
Yes.
Oh, baby girl, I don't know.
We jumped through a cloud.
Oh, but that sounds like so beautiful, but also sounds like I might pass out or shit myself. I'd probably wear a diaper.
But not from fear. I wasn't actually scared when I got up there.
That's crazy. We're different like that.
We are different like that. I wonder what that stems from. I don't know, but I wasn't scared, but it did make me feel so nauseous because you have to think about it. You are flying through the air.
Free falling.
And wind just going all up on you. Like, it's going in
You
your
can't
mouth.
inhale? Is it like, can
No,
you breathe?
You cannot inhale.
See, now I don't know if I can do
I thought I was
that
gonna pass out
part.
afterwards.
That if we're gonna talk about bad experiences and not being able to breathe, we could talk about the Gravitron.
The Gravitron, also known as a zero gravity ride. I feel like that's a common name for it. Okay, so here's what happened. Me and my family went to Rehoboth Beach in Delaware earlier this year. I recommended it to Lex and Zero.
Loved Rehoboth.
Yes, of course. And there's a what's it called? An amusement park on the boardwalk.
A miniature one, yeah.
Yeah, a small amusement park and arcade. There's this ride there. Okay, wait. First, I want to say this amusement park is definitely for people who are much younger than us. Like,
children.
Almost all of the children.
Babies.
Most of the people who were at this amusement park were probably under 4'8".
That's the Gravitron, if you can see it. Okay.
So we both had this experience that when we rode it, it was literally us and then all children who were at my waist or shorter. Like, these
Tiny.
are tiny children.
So the mass that is pushing up on them is all of, what, 70 pounds? 60?
I can't even. Okay, and I rode one of these rides when I was a kid, actually. I don't know if you had ever...
No,
rode
and that was
one.
why I was so excited to get on it.
I'm so surprised you did this. Knowing you, I'm so surprised you got on this ride. But it's one of those rides, you guys probably know, where it, like, spins you really fast and it tilts, and it's, like, you're not buckled in.
Which, I looked and I said, oh,
where's the seatbelts?
I said, oh, where's the... Huh.
You don't need one.
Weird.
Because the gravity is so strong that it pushes you up against the ride and you can't fall out.
Not only does it push you up against the wall, it chokes the ever... No, because I'm mad.
It feels like
this
Beckman's got you.
Yes,
Seriously.
you're absolutely... That was one. Because literally, I genuinely, I think I'm going to pass out very regularly. One time I went to the hospital because I thought I was going to pass out all day, and they diagnosed me with near syncope. Syncope is passing out. It just means you feel like you're going to pass out. I said, this is a waste of my time. So I already, on the regular, probably at least once a day, have a feeling of some sort of, I stood up too fast, I turned around too quick, I think I'm going to lose consciousness. Well, that Gravitron, man, I genuinely believed, like, this isn't me trying to be funny, this isn't me being facetious, I thought that I was going to lose consciousness on that ride. I believed it.
That's fair.
I believed it. And I was I was reaching for Zero, like, this is the last
sense.
moment I'm going to have with my husband, because my fucking blood vessels or my arteries are going to explode. It felt like somebody, me moving the microphone away, it felt like somebody with a gigantic hand was lifting me up. You know, like when you watch something and somebody is choking somebody, like a vampire choking somebody, they lift them up off the ground.
Yeah.
That's what
it
that
does
felt
feel like that.
And then, so it's going. I'm like, this is terrible. It slows down. I'm like, thank fuck. It speeds back up.
Yeah.
And then you go again. Terrible. We felt physically ill the rest of the night. Ruined my mood.
Sit down for a while.
I was not okay.
And then these kids are getting off their ride, like, let's do it again. And I'm like, you
Shut up, Jimmy. Shut up, Jimmy.
No, because parents are waiting for their kids after the ride, and it was me and my sister with my mom, so it was like we were doing a similar vibe because she didn't go on. Thank God
I was
my
gonna
mom
ask.
didn't go on.
I don't-
My mom with her COPD, she would have been laying on that ground, like, afterwards. She would have fell immediately.
The gravity would have stopped. She would have dropped. That's what I thought was gonna happen to me. And I'm like, this is also embarrassing if that happens. Lots of things are going to my brain because it's Zero and I. I mean, we're a queer couple. I'm the only black person on this thing. I'm a big person. Around me are a bunch of little white boys and their dads. So it's like dad, white boy, dad, white boy, space, white boy, dad. So it's like people who would look at me like this if I fell, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm gonna drop in front of all of these people, and then the person working the ride in the middle, I wonder what they have to go through emotionally.
Forgot because they sit in the middle.
They sit in the dead center, and then she sat there like this the whole time.
Because she's been on it so many times.
She probably has to lock in so she doesn't throw up, because she's spinning and spinning and spinning 100 times a day.
But is she in the middle the whole time? I forget.
Yeah, the center.
So hopefully the gravity isn't as crazy there.
Probably not, but still, I wonder if it has to fuck with you. I mean, that should not be... This feels like one of those things that was big in the 80s and 90s, and then we all realized it was a bad fucking idea, so we stopped doing it, but it's not. We keep doing it.
Also, with this ride, it has those chairs where they slide up. Like, it's not even a chair because you're standing up. The
It's just
thing
like
that
a flat surface
that you're standing back on, it like slides up, which I didn't know that. So when I first like slammed up,
scared the shit out of you.
What the
I knew
hell?
it moved because I think I moved it a little bit, and but I just think I knew it moved already. But I just didn't expect my little tootsies to have so much room off the ground when it did happen. We slid way more than I thought we were going to.
What a ride.
It's just so vulnerable, and you are completely helpless until it stops. And when I tell you, I couldn't get a single inhale in, and I'm trying to say to Zero, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And he can't breathe, but he's trying to comfort me. He's like, breathe. You got it. You got it. And I can't. My chain is like literally going to decapitate me. Do not go on a Gravitron if you feel like you have near syncope, you've been diagnosed with near syncope, or genuinely don't go on it unless you're 1 pound. Because if I were bone thinny, what?
Bone thinny. If I were bone thinny,
I think I would be fine. But I am quite chunky, and I also have, this is fine, I'm okay with it, but I have a pretty chunky neck right here specifically. So if this is putting up, you have nothing. I have nothing. Terrible. 217 pounds pushing up against my throat. What the hell?
What the hell?
Not a single warning. Oh, I could talk about the Gravitron for days. I hated that shit.
But you liked Rehoboth, right?
I loved Rehoboth. Rehoboth was cute. If you're a gay white man, you're especially going to love it on the off season. And if you're retired, you're really going to love it on the off season. If you're black, maybe go during the busy season. But it was fun. And I liked that we went during the off season despite the lack of diversity, because we were the only people, which was very nice. Like, we were the only people of like 4 people at one bar at one point, which was like, this is what I want. I don't want to be, I personally was not in the mood to club.
Yeah.
You know, I just wanted to like have a cute little vacation. So
what was
it
the
was
temperature
so
like
fun.
when you were there?
It was warm. It wasn't like, no, it was hot. Yeah, we went on the beach twice and it was like 80 degrees.
It was cold. I went at the beginning of June, which is like the on season, and it was chilly.
That's crazy.
One day it was like 69.
What the fuck? That's because the wind
6,
from the
7.
ocean is crazy. It was 6 or it was 7?
I think it was 6 or 7.
6, 7.
First time I ever went to the beach was with you.
In LA.
Venice Beach in Los Angeles. Right, that was an eventful trip for me. First time going on a plane. Well, second time after skydiving. First time going on a commercial plane. First time going to the beach. First time getting drunk.
First time at a rooftop party.
First time at a rooftop party. We really lived it out at 21.
That was crazy. That was a crazy trip. We did a lot of big things on that trip, I feel like. Because when would I ever go on a rooftop party?
At a brand new hotel.
At a brand new hotel, yeah. Have we ever talked about... Did we talk about this?
We've had like 2 episodes and we're like, have we talked about this?
Have we talked about
I can't remember. Alexander Ludwig.
Alexander Ludwig was there with his wife and his...
I can't remember.
I'm going to say it now, and then if we have not said this on the podcast. I know this for a fact. We have not told the story. We are at this rooftop. We've talked about the fact that we've been there, but we have not said this part. We are at Alexander Ludwig. Hey, guy, friend of the pod. How you doing, best friend? Alexander Ludwig, for those of you who are real and you know what's up, he plays in the Hunger Games in the first movie. We are there. We are eyes peeled for celebrities. At first, we thought we saw that one guy from Euphoria.
Yes, what's his name?
The guy who dates Cassie.
Yes, what's his name?
Cannot tell you.
It's something like, I feel like it's Algie.
Sure.
Is it Algie Smith?
Is that his actor's name?
Actor name?
What did I just say?
Did you say actress? Algie Smith?
I'm just gonna Google Algie Smith.
What if that's not his name at all?
That is somebody's name, though.
You think so?
I think you're right.
I interviewed him, actually, so I should remember
you got that right.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, we thought we saw Algie Smith, totally different guy. But we did, for a fact, which was huge for me as a Hunger Games aficionado, see Alexander Ludwig. I'm losing my mind. We're like, Alexander Ludwig's here, whatever. Time goes by.
You were standing right beside him at the bar. Remember ordering a drink? And I tried to get a picture of you guys, and I think I circled the back of your head and then circled the back of his head.
You're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
We go to the bathroom, and this is like time is going by. Alexander's doing who knows what with whoever. Well, it turns out he was actually waiting in the hallway outside, but we didn't know that. We're in the bathroom. Audra's drunk.
Oh,
we get our picture taken by this woman.
Yeah, and I'm wearing a Shein dress and Doc Martens.
I'm wearing a thrifted skirt that's yours.
And a cardigan and a headband wig.
American Eagle cardigan, a headband wig. Choices were made. And we're trying to take selfies. And this woman is like, oh, like, do you want me to take some pictures of you?
We thought we were sitting in this bathroom taking selfies, and we don't look like we belong anyway.
Not at all. And I'm like, oh, that's so nice. I'm like, yeah, please. She starts taking a picture, and then at one point she's like, you can move a little... She's like, you can move a little closer if you want.
We were literally posing like this in the...
Like we don't know each
taking
other.
pictures of these young ass women at the time in the bathroom.
So she's like, oh, I can take a picture, move closer. We get our pictures. Didn't like any of them. It's not her fault. She leaves the bathroom, and then we leave the bathroom. It was Alexander Ludwig's wife
Who was taking pictures of us.
who was taking pictures of us in the
He
bathroom.
was waiting for her outside the bathroom door. Mind you, she's busy. She's acting as our photographer.
Okay?
Do you mind?
We are holding her up. I am sick.
Wait, us taking pictures in the bathroom mirror while people are trying to wash their hands, while the wives of celebrities are trying to wash their hands. We're like, do you mind?
These thin models with their shiny skin, and we 5'9" and 5'10" and taller because you're in docs, and I'm also in little heels or huge in the bathroom trying to take pictures.
And we look
this
not
little lady's
LA.
like, let me take the pic-" and it's Alexander Ludwig's wife. That was the craziest moment of my life.
And I think that was seconds after I was holding you saying, Alexis,
It was
the
because we
room
were
is
in line
spinning.
for the bathroom. We used the bathroom. We're back at the sinks, and then boom, she takes our pictures.
Oh my
I said,
God.
that is sick, and it's twisted as well.
Oh my God.
What a memory! That's one of my favorite memories. That is my favorite memory of that trip.
My least favorite memory is the sunburn that we experienced.
Let's talk about it because we're gonna need to talk about it at some point. Let's get out of the way right here, right now. We'll post pictures on our Instagram.
We got sunburned so bad.
Poisoning,
Sun poisoning so bad. My feet started bleeding.
bleeding, literal blood.
Have you ever gotten sunburned so bad that your feet bleed?
No.
Oh, no? Okay. Didn't know it could happen.
Me neither. I didn't know that any of that could happen. Let's tell the people what happened. We're in LA. Well, we're in LA, then we take a little trip or lift or something to Venice. We're in Venice. It's our first day. We're here for the beach. It's beach time. We just rooftop partied. It's time to chill, stop having In-N-Out for every meal, and just go on the beach. Mm-hmm. We go on the beach. I had taken a little edible. I take a nap, no sunscreen. I'm like, I'm gonna apply sunscreen in an hour. An hour later, I'm knocked. I couldn't tell you how long my nap was. 2 hours, an hour and a half, 30 minutes. Don't know.
And I applied sunscreen, but if you can't tell by the complexion of my skin and the color of my hair, I need to reapply frequently.
Every 20 minutes, perhaps, especially in the LA sun.
Yeah, and that sun was harsh,
intense.
So I put sunscreen on, but I forgot to do the top of my feet. And I also take a nap in the sun.
Yep.
I'm laying there.
You're wearing my muumuu, by the way.
I know.
This man is covered head to ankle, toes buried in the sand.
Precautions.
Yeah, you were, and you were reapplying your muumuu. You were literally in my muumuu.
Me in Venice Beach and your muumuu.
You literally were. We both napped. When I tell you I napped, I slept. I did not nap. I slept. I hit REM on that beach.
Needed it.
I was literally flat on my back on the sand, probably on a towel, asleep.
Yeah, we didn't have chairs.
No, you did. You had a chair. I think you rented a chair. Yeah, because
We did.
You were
we were
sitting
carrying
up.
them as backpacks. There's that picture of me.
Yes, because you were sitting up and you had your feet buried in the sand, so you were sitting in a chair. And the gaggiest part about your sunburn too is that you were wearing my muumuu and it was resting on your kneecaps. Do you remember that your kneecaps got burnt as fuck on your legs because the muumuu was sitting on their kneecaps, and so it burned through the muumuu. So you're burned on the kneecaps, fine on your legs, but then your feet. Okay, so we fall asleep on the beach. Time goes by. We go back to the hostel. We shower. We change. We go for a walk. We're like, let's do a boardwalk walk. I think it's a black tar walk. It's not a boardwalk. Whatever. We go on the boardwalk. We stop at this store. Every time I tell the story, I tell it the exact same way. And I think it's so funny because you and I have heard the story about 100 times. We go into the store. I'm like, I want some weed. I want a little bit of weed. Can a guy get a little weed? So I'm like, I just want a little edible. Because at the time, and still to this day, I'm taking a 5 milligrammer when I'm trying to get crazy. Now, on a normal day, I'm taking 5. When I'm trying to get crazy, I'll take 8.5. So I am in this store, I'm looking around. There's a lot of really overpriced big chocolate bars and stuff. And then I see this little fishbowl on the counter that's little candies and chocolates. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to buy myself a little chocolate. Thank you very much. A little $5 or something. Boom. Eat it. We're walking down the boardwalk. This guy's like, oh, my feet kind of hurt. I'm like, oh, yeah. Wait.
I'm wearing Doc Martens too.
Dr. Airwear Martens on the boardwalk. Post what we don't know, sun poisoning, okay? I stop. I said, wait a minute. I don't know how many milligrams were in that edible. We turn back. I do a brisk walk back to the store. It was 25 milligrams. Milligrams. I said, okay. I remember having a conversation with you this is going to be very difficult for me.
You were getting freaked out.
And I need you to understand that I will be okay, but I need you to remind me that I'm going to be okay because I'm not okay right now. I'm freaking out. So We go on this walk. We're sitting in this like cute little purple area at one point. There's a photo. We need to post these pictures of. There's a photo of Audra, and at this point we were both feeling it a little bit.
It was setting in,
and you can kind of see it in your face in those pictures.
Because that's how sunburn is. It takes a minute, and then it gets darker, and then it gets darker, and then it gets darker,
and then welts appear, and you bleed, and you swell,
and then my lips are so extremely sunburnt.
In that picture, there's a picture of Audra before, like minutes, hours maybe before disaster, where Audra's upper lip, mustache area is just beet red. But that's it. Face looks normal. Upper lip, beet red. So then time goes by, we keep walking down the boardwalk on our way back to the hostel. We get stopped by these young individuals doing tarot card readings.
I was going to bring that up. Yeah, we paid this young individual. No, I don't think we paid, actually.
I think we did pay.
Did we?
I think we paid like $10 or something.
Probably.
Listen.
Given the most fake-ass tarot.
I think you like to read, is what they said to me at one point. Okay? Because I have glasses. You're correct. I look like a nerd. To read. Of course you're going to look at me and say I like to read.
The two nerdiest people on Venice Beach being like, I think you like a book.
We both have docs on and glasses. You are, that's like, you have a 9 out of 10 chance of getting that correctly.
I think you like to read. I don't remember a single thing they said to me because none of it was impactful at all.
We are getting and I believe in tarot. I believe in that kind of stuff. They were not giving it to us at all. Which, hey, they have to make their living. They did what they did. We get back to the hostel. Things are not right. This guy's feet are starting to swell and get beet red. My face, red. I'm like, I have a really round face. I'm like, is my face swollen? I can't tell. My face kind of looks swollen. It's definitely red. Oh, my skin's kind of tender. Oh, also, I'm getting my shit rocked by a 25 milligram edible. We lay down to go to sleep. I keep thinking I'm gonna seize and die because literally every time I start to fall asleep, I twitch like really hard. So I'm like, I'm gonna be the first person ever to develop a seizure disorder and die at the same night from THC.
In a hostel where we're sharing a queen size bed.
We're not alone. We're in a queen size bed together, which we have never done since then.
I think there's somebody above us.
Oh no, you're right. And then. So we're in an open space. In a queen size bed. I'm dying from THC poisoning. This guy's dying from sun poisoning. I have nowhere to go. We have nowhere to go.
We can't go outside.
No, we can't go outside. So we're sun poisoned, stuck inside. This guy's in an immeasurable amount of pain because my stuff didn't get worse until the following days. I was definitely in pain, but Audra had it the worst at first.
Are gigantic.
Huge.
I couldn't put my docs on at one point because my feet had swollen. Had swollen? Had swelled.
They were so swollen.
I could not put my docs on. It was terrible.
Really
we have some bad pictures of my feet.
Very bad that first night. Terrible.
I couldn't walk for a week afterwards. Swear to God.
Because then you had to wear your docs on the plane. Terrible. So we are in dry ass plane air. So then when we're in the airport, I'm in the airport bathroom and I'm looking at myself and I'm like, do I see? Wait, I'm seeing bumps on the backs of my arms and my neck. And as time goes on, as our travel time increases, I am just getting not even a rash, it's just a bunch of huge bumps all over my arm and my neck, which is terrifying because that's a very soft, gentle spot. My arm is whatever, but my neck, and as time would go on, I would end up with those all over my face, the backs of my hands, my neck, my chest. I don't remember if I had any on my legs. I had them on my elbows. Shoulders. It was so bad, and it just hurt so bad. My skin peeled in a way that I didn't know your skin could peel. It peeled like a peel-off mask, not that smoothly, but just how thick. It was like leather. It was like a layer of leather coming off of my skin.
I Venmoed when we got back. I Venmoed my roommate $5 to bring me a bag of peas from the
That's so
freezer.
Funny.
I didn't need to do that. She definitely would have just done it, by the way. But I live in the same house. Such a desperate state that
you're just delirious.
I slept when we got back. I slept for probably 18 hours straight.
You needed to. Your body needed to heal. I don't remember about that specifically, but I do remember spending a lot of time in my bed. I have a lot of videos on Snapchat of me peeling my skin off, because it was literally not only was my skin peeling, but it was peeling from this dark brown to my color now because it literally just fried. Isn't that crazy that we're just cookable? I was cooked. I literally was cooked. I was peeling off how you could peel off the layer of a chicken skin. That's how it was happening. And I remember it started off with a big. We have to post pictures from this. We really do.
Yeah.
Of a big peeled spot on my forehead where it's like dark brown and then like pale blue pale brown in the middle of my forehead. It would be crazy. I'm turning every different color. Oh, it was terrible. I didn't even know how I didn't leave the house. I don't know. And I remember at one point, months later, one of our roommates was like, yeah, you never told us anything about the trip. Because I think we just came back and we're traumatized and unwell.
We came back and we locked ourselves in our rooms for like 3 days.
I was like,
never talked about
me.
It was a good trip
like
otherwise, though.
So much fun.
And that's a funny story to tell now.
It is.
We also did almost get killed walking home from the beach, but...
I believe that's true.
Well, we didn't almost get killed. That might be dramatic, but we were in a sketchy situation where we... something that we never do, by the way, we didn't take our phones to the beach, and we didn't take pepper spray or anything.
Ourselves, our bathing suits, and joy. That's all we took with us.
That's it, which we are usually pretty safe individuals, especially you.
me.
But we didn't take it, and we walked back, and there was it was dark outside, too, and we were on, like, a street without a lot of vehicles or cars or anything happening.
Hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours away from anybody who cannot contact us.
Right, and a car drives by full of men, and they roll down their windows, and they're, like, yelling at us and calling us bitches.
We're not saying anything.
No, you're I remember I looked at you because I'm freaked out, and you're from New York.
Keep walking.
I was like, this person knows what they're saying.
I said, keep walking, and then that's when they were like, bitches and whatever, and I was like, oh, we're gonna die.
They could have killed us for sure.
No doubt. We were outnumbered, and what are we gonna do?
That happened to me there. It happened to me in Boston recently, where I have a Mr. Clean drag number that I do, and I was carrying a rhinestone broom,
right.
And a car stopped when I was walking down the street and said, why do you have a broom? And I said, why not? And they said, you stupid ass fat ugly bitch, I'm gonna kill you. Which is so funny. Too, and I was like,
damn.
I was like, fat, ugly, stupid,
and bitch. Man. All because I said why not. And that's funny because that's just you being like your silly kind of gently whimsical self.
It was
you're
crazy.
Just like,
I was like, fuck off.
Yeah, you're like, because I like sweeping.
I said, why not?
And all of a sudden, full of joy.
It's shooting me down. That was scary. And that was also a dark street with nobody on it. And I was like, oh. And that was right after I got done performing, and I had a really good performance, and people liked it. And I was hanging out with my friends. We got ice cream.
Good.
Yeah, so I was feeling so good. And then all of a sudden,
you weren't feeling good.
Called fat, stupid, ugly bitch.
Because you said why not? That's crazy. Shit like that is so scary. Yeah.
What did I do?
That was a time. That was 3 whole entire days. And I think it just felt so terrible because it was our last 3 days of our 6-day trip, where it was the second half. It was the second leg of the tour.
This is gonna ruin the tour.
So it was
Thank God it was the first half.
Oh, seriously, because then we would have spent all 6 days like that.
If we would have been somewhere at that party. And I was an intern working for a magazine at this party, and you were my +1.
Yes.
I remember I had to ask a few times if I could have a +1, because I was like, I'm not going alone, but I really want to go. So we were on the cusp.
We were already pushing it. And then now we're in a place we don't know, and we're burnt to a crisp.
That would have been terrible. That would have been so terrible.
I'm glad that didn't happen.
Oh my God, you remember we walked to that hotel from our hostel? And I was angry at you because you were running a little bit late. But then we got there way before anybody else gets there. Because apparently in LA, people don't get to parties on time. Who would have thought?
I took a reserved sign from that party. And I have since realized that those reserved signs are so easy to find because there's like 11 of them at my old job that I just left. But yeah, I have a reserved sign. If you next time you're at our apartment, it's on our living room, like TV stand. It's like there, and I keep it because it's from LA.
I have a reserved sign that I keep too, but it's from when I did a King Festival in Columbus. That says like awesome. Reserved, able and willing. And
it says your name? This one is just a silver thing that says reserved.
Mine says my name, but it's written in Sharpie, so it's not like...
That's awesome. It's not forever.
No,
it's not engraved.
It felt like, oh my God, I made it. Oh my God, I'm in Columbus, Ohio. I made it.
I'm finding it right now because I bet you it's going to be one of the first ones that
the
comes
reserved
up.
sign?
It's these ones right here.
Is it metal?
Mm-hmm. It's that.
Were you allowed to take that?
I don't know. I don't care.
I don't think I ever knew that you took that.
Yeah, I took it. Something
so
about me is I'm going to steal a little trinket from somewhere.
A little something. One time Jack stole a sign that says shoplifters will be prosecuted from Walmart.
Yes. And then it was put up on our living room wall for 2 years that we lived there.
I asked Jax before we ever started dating one year for Christmas to steal me a jar of peanut butter from Walmart because... And I don't steal. I don't steal anything.
I haven't in a long time because I don't shop at Walmart anymore. So I'm not going to steal from Aldi.
No.
I will steal from Walmart.
Don't ever steal from small businesses.
And don't steal from Aldi because we need Aldi to
keep their prices low.
Keep their prices low and keep growing so that we can kind of push out the big unethical shitheads like Walmart.
But I did ask Jax to steal me a jar of peanut butter because I had accidentally done self-checkout and scanned my jar of peanut butter twice and didn't realize till I got home like 2 weeks prior. Period. So I was like, I paid for 2. I deserve my second jar.
So you didn't even steal. You just got what you paid for.
Well, yeah, but in a roundabout way.
In a way, you stole.
Yeah.
I accidentally stole today a pack of deli meat from Giant Eagle, and I realized I could have just scanned it right then and there, but then so I guess it wasn't accidental. I accidentally didn't, because I thought that I went scan like that, and then I looked at the screen because I heard a beep, but it didn't come up on the screen, and I said, whatever. And then on my way out, I didn't use any bags because I had reusable bags in my car, and on my way out, the security guard was like, "Excuse me, can I see your receipt?" And I was like, yeah, and I handed it to him. I wasn't worried about it because I don't think he's going to look that deeply at it.
Definitely not.
And because I have all my stuff just in my cart, no bags, no plastic bags, no reusable bags or anything. And he's like, yeah, I just thought it was weird because you didn't, or he said, I thought it was weird, no plastic bags. And I was like, oh, little do you know I'm stealing a pack of deli meat from you right now under your nose. Yeah.
We probably shouldn't talk about stealing.
I'm not too worried about it because the kids on TikTok call it borrowing.
Right.
So, here's genuinely never steal from a small business. Do be careful stealing from Target because they keep track. They will not prosecute you until you hit a certain amount. Walmart,
I think they might do the same.
if they did, it just recently started, but from what I understand, they don't do that. I think it's like if they catch you right then and there, they'll tell you something. Target will not say a word to you. They will just let you do your thing. One of those videos. Yeah, I probably saw them twice from Target, but then I was like, oh my god, I can't rack up, because then you think, oh, it's just here and there, and then all of a sudden you're at $3,000 before you know, or whatever the amount is. Never steal from a small business, but fuck the billionaires who are out here doing crazy things. If I could steal from Amazon, I would, but there's just no way for me to do that because it's a warehouse.
I don't steal because my OCD would convince me that I would be going to prison.
Yeah, you can't. So
that does not happen.
Don't do that.
For me.
Don't do that. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I do buy things from Amazon sometimes, and then I try to return them, and
they'll take any return. You just have to press a button.
Sometimes they tell you that they'll refund you, and that you don't even have to return the item.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's because they don't need them fucking money,
which is terrible that they have that much money.
It is terrible. Steal from Amazon if you can. I'm just kidding. It's not legally. I'm just kidding.
Don't do that. Actually, do not put your livelihood at risk for that, because that can end up on your record, and then you have a misdemeanor for stealing a pack of deli meat.
Yeah. Like, what now? What then? Yeah. At least you'll be cool. Maybe you can get a sexy mugshot, and then you can be on mugshotties.
Yeah, that is. But if you're ugly, please don't try it.
Seriously,
you're gonna get torn apart by the internet.
Yeah, I can do it because I'm incredibly sexy.
Yeah, and I'm on the cusp. I don't know which way I could fall, depending on what crowd gets a hold of me.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Depends how long my hair is at the time of the mugshot.
Ain't that the truth? I know that's right. Well, anything else you have to say to the people? Anything you want them to know? Any life updates?
Ooby jooby. Ooby jooby.
Thank you for your vulnerability. I appreciate that.
And what would you say?
I would probably say a bloop bloop bloop. Maybe a little bloop bloop.
Umi Digi G9X. There's this bit that this person does. You wouldn't know him, but he does. I'll have to show it to you after this.
All right. Well, I've had to pee for the last 40 minutes.
Oh my.
That's the thing I have to update.
Oh me, oh my. I'm the skinniest bitch alive. If I want it, I get it.
I don't know that.
Take a look at those.
Are we gonna get trademarked, or are we gonna get copyrighted for this?
Because I'm so close to the original.
Yes.
Guys, we have to go.
We do. I have to go pee and eat food. What do you have to go do?
I have to go to China.
Oh.
I have some research that needs to be conducted.
For sure. Drag research?
No.
Oh. You gotta keep it cryptic.
I don't want to release it until the report has been.
If you told me, you'd have to kill me. Stay safe. Wear a condom. Stay sexy.
Take the race purity test and let us know what your score was.
Let us drop your score in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single post from us. So you don't miss a single post from us. Right. And please also, last thing, never, ever, ever forget that look at me. If you're just listening, look. I'm not Audra. And I am a little bit more of a forgiving person, so I will forgive you, but I do ask that you try to remember that I'm not Lex, but if you make a mistake, you make a mistake. It happens. Are you trying to make me look bad? No, I'm just being me and you're just being you. And that's all we can do. The color of friendship. That's us. We are not wearing wigs. And this is brOCD.